Track change back onto the all-weather for race number 6. It's a good field here too, and it's over the 1,200 metres. And we've got a field of 12 to line up. So We Joy comes back in trip from the 1650 to the 1200 and gets the blinkers for the first time. Flying Bonus, no trials leading into this, but has had Alfie Chen on board for 2 of his victories. Speedy Mouse all-weather debut. Gunnison with the cheek pieces off. Harmony Spirit 1650 turf to the 1200 all-weather. Spontaneous all-weather track debut, as it is for Excellent Daddy. And a stable change for the 10 Tom. Gold Comet has gone from Tony Millard and has joined Jimmy Ting.
Yeah, so this race here, the speed likely comes from Spontaneous and Flying Bonus, but I think if it comes down to a battle between the two of them, Flying Bonus will be let go in front there by Zach Purd. And Alfred Chan rides Flying Bonus. He's a horse that certainly likes to go forward. In fact, he's led in 16 of his past 18 starts now. Utopia Life should end up with a good run through from gate number 1. His trial wasn't too bad. Can't Stop the Feeling is back after bucking after the gates opened at Happy Valley. An Excellent Daddy, not sure what they'll do with him, whether they try and slide forward there from gate number 9 and hope the field opens up and get some luck there with Excellent Daddy. Derek Long for Benno Jung.
We're going to have a look at some trials firstly, Paul, and we start with So We Joy. Now, this was over the 1,050. He trialled really well, but first up over 1,200, he's been better over further.
Yeah, look, they're going to put blinkers on, so that might help him. As you say, he has been better over a bit longer. So, look, I'm just going to watch him in this race.
Yeah, I didn't put him in. Interested to see what the blinkers can do with him here. And Zach Purton and Blake should have had a spin around on him in the 2 trials coming into this, but did like the way he was finishing off. So I think that's encouraging leading into potentially 1650 races for him.
That is the top weight. He's come up at 5.5 early in bidding, So We Joy, 4.6 a place. Another one of the rides for Blake Shin. We move on, Tom, to Speedy Mouse. Now, he was a winner on the turf 2 starts ago. Hasn't raced on the all-weather, but he's a horse that has always shown ability since arriving in Hong Kong.
He certainly has, and he was up outside the leader on the speed last time out there. You can see him getting past Jolly Good Heart on the rail, and wider as the Golden Scenery with Fortune Happiness. And to look at his trial, I thought he went to the line quite nicely here, so I think he's worth including. I think he'll handle the surface pretty well.
I think he will too, Tom. He's got a lot of American breeding through the dam side. Dam Sire and the dam were both American bred. So, look, the horse does work well on it, and it was a strong win 2 starts ago.
He's had Zach riding him. Joe jumps on board with Zach going for Spontaneous. There's Harmony Spirit pulled down on the rail. He finishes under a hold behind Magic Supreme.
Yeah, it's another nice trial from Harmony Spirit by Bated Breath. This horse, again, he's got that breeding through it. He has raced 4 times on the surface and has run quite well in the past. Jerry Chow will take a bit of weight off his back as well.
Just pushed out a little bit, but he's been close up behind the likes of Flying Bonus, Manstar, and a couple of all-weather runs last season. So there's definitely ability there. So he's going to be able to pinch one of these races soon enough, I feel.
Spontaneous did a super job last season for Paul O'Sullivan. Only lightly raced. We'll find out how he did during his break as Paul caught up with Tom.
Paul, Spontaneous going around in race 6 on the all-weather. A horse that was, I guess, a little bit of a late bloomer. He had a few issues and whatnot, but was he a horse that promised a little bit in his early days?
Yeah, prior to coming to New Zealand, coming to Hong Kong, he looked very smart at the trials. First few runs didn't do a great deal, then had quite a serious tendon injury. So he took about 12 months off, came back, and he won sort of, I think, 3 from 5 last year. So, you know, I think the best hopefully was in front of him.
He's a 5-year-old now, and you come to the all-weather for the first time. No reason why he wouldn't perform on the all-weather, since he seems to trial and work on it okay?
I think he trials very, very well on it, so I have no problems with, you know, change from Happy Valley to the all-weather. He's come up with a nice gait, and as you say, he's trialled very well.
How's he furnished through the off-season? He's a horse that obviously spends a bit of time up at Chung Fa.
Yeah, I haven't seen him for a long time. I'll be having a look at him in a minute. He arrived back last night.
He obviously comes into this with a good enough trial. Were you happy with how he trialled up at Chung Fa?
Yeah, a little bit difficult to get a real line on the Chung Fa trials. You know, some of them, they sort of look a little bit better than what they are, but yeah, he seemed to trial very strongly against sort of pretty moderate opposition, but did it well.
So you're expecting a forward showing?
Yes, for sure.
New season, how's the team shaping up for the campaign?
Yeah, team's shaping up pretty well. You know, we've got plenty of them there, and yeah, I think it'll be a better season than last season, all going well.
Are you concerned on the all-weather for the first time, Paul, or are you with him?
Not at all. I'm not concerned at all. I thought it was a really good trial from him up there, and he does work nicely on it. So I'm going to go with him. I think he's a nice horse and coming through the grades. And as Paul said, he's won 3 of 5 last season. Speedy Mouse, again, with that breeding. No problems with him on the surface. I haven't minded the work of Excellent Daddy leading into this as well. He's only had the 2 starts. Another debut on the all-weather surface as well. But again, by Turak Toff, out of a not a single doubt mare, shouldn't be a problem. And Gold Comet will want further, 1650. But gee, it was so impressive when he did win that race over that distance. I think he can run on and maybe into a minor placing. 8, 4, 9 and 10.
Quite keen on Spontaneous. He's won fresh. He won 3 of his 5 starts last season. I can't believe the price he's at the moment. 9 to 1. Surely that won't stand up, but if it does, steam on in. Spontaneous, Speedy Mouse. I think he'll handle the surface okay. Harmony Spirit yet to win, but he's run well on the all-weather. And old Mega Heart, his recent trial, I thought Mega Heart was pretty good. He hasn't won first up, but we know he is capable. He looked to be under a good hold in that recent trial. So 8, 4, 6 and 7.
And he's a 3-time course and distance winner is Mega Heart. That is race number 6. Good money around the boys on top selection of Spontaneous.